So welcome to another video. As always, remember to like and subscribe. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about Pick-a-Brick. So what is Pick-a-Brick? Pick-a-Brick is a system you can get in any Lego store. You can find Lego stores on, like, when you search it in your local area. You can find Pick-a-Brick stores in your local Discovery Centers. You can find it at Legoland. So basically, Pick-a-Brick, or PAB as known in the Lego community, is a wall you'll find in the back of your Lego store. And they have a bin of, not a bin, like they have multiple bins of basically the parts. And I'll put on an image on screen right now of what a PAB wall looks like. And for us to be referring to Pick-a-Brick as PAB, because that's what I'm used to. You have an option between a small cup right here and a large cup. So basically, the large cup, I believe, is going for, before I get it wrong, I'll just put it down on, like, I'll edit it in right here in the middle of the screen on the prices for the small cup and large cup. So basically, you put your parts in, that's the whole idea. And for some stores, you have the lids has to snap shut. You hear a click, and you're good to go, and you can pay for it. But for some stores, they may be a bit more relaxed, and they might let you even get, like, so it doesn't even fully touch. I'll put a picture of that on screen right now. And also, some stores, like the store at mine, which is Tyson's Corner, is a bit more relaxed, and they let you just touch. But I would recommend I'll probably put this part at the beginning of the video of me saying this, but I would recommend you call your local Lego store in advance to see when their next shipment comes in. Try to talk to the manager of the store. They will surely know. And then when they get the new shipment, or that they're able to open the new shipment, try to get there ask them like around what time might they be opening it, and try to get there a little bit before, so you can get a whole cup of them and try to get as much of that really nice stuff, because the stuff you see on the wall is actually leftovers and stuff that no one really wants, and like just leftovers from like the new shipments. So when you get there, like, you're never going to find profile brick on the wall unless you get there during a new shipment. So definitely call if those special parts are something you're looking for. And profile brick is the brick with the, looks like it's a stone brick. It's either also called masonry brick. So I would definitely recommend that. And also ask if at your Lego store if it has to close fully or touch, or it doesn't have to even touch, because that's something you definitely should know. Because if it doesn't even have to touch because like they don't care, go for it, because you're gonna fit so much more Lego. They're not as strict as some other stores where it just has to fully snap in. So basically, you might be asking, which one of these is better value and how do I get most of my money? So if you don't have much money, but you want to get parts and you want to go for the small cup, there's still a lot of ways you can get a lot of parts. So we open the cup here. We can actually see there's a whole bunch of parts in here. And they're filling out as I take it off because of how much is in here and quantity. And what's crazy about Pick-a-Brick is that if you spend extra time to stack it, which is kind of what I did here to maximize the amount of bricks, you can actually fit more than what you pay for. So let's say, like, this large cup is, I believe it's $15 to $16, around that price. Might even be $13, but let's just use 13 as an example. You're paying $13 for a large cup, and if you're able to stack it right, you can fit $30 or more worth of Lego into the cup. So I will dump out the contents here. This is a small cup. And look how many parts I was able to fit. Like, I even had this. I didn't do it quite correctly to how you're supposed to do it to maximize 1x2s, but like, still, this is a lot of parts for such a small cup, and you're paying like only like $5-6 for it, from what I remember. Off the top of my head, I will have the final prices in the description, and as I said in the before, in that one section of the video where I pointed it out. So these are all the parts that I was able to fit. Now, wait, I decided to break this apart. So basically, we went over what type of, like, what Pick-a-Brick cup, what Pick-a-Brick is, how to do it, but what if you don't live near a place where they have a Lego store? So let's say you live like 3 hours away from the Lego store. You really don't feel like driving there all the time. So what you can do is you can actually order Pick-a-Brick cups online. There are people who go out there to Pick-a-Brick walls at the Lego store, pick up what you want in your custom order, and basically select what you want off the wall. They pick it for you in certain amounts. They pack it for you in the best way possible to get most of it as possible, and they ship it to you. You do have to pay shipping, but you can get the parts. And sometimes it can be cheaper than Bricklink. And that's another thing that we'll be talking about soon on how to get parts. So I was able to fit all these parts. This is a lot of parts. And there's ways you can maximize it, like the stacking, which I'll talk about now. So stacking is when you basically organize the Lego in a certain way so that you can maximize the amount of parts. So like here, like stacking might be like putting it along the edge of the bottom of the cup. It looks something like that. You try to stack them all the way around on the inside of the cup of the 1x2s. And you can fit the most possible. Parts you want to go for is like, I would recommend if they have 1x2s, fill that on the bottom, or like anything like 1x2, 1x1 on the bottom. Line the bottom of the ring of the cup. Then once you have that, fill in a layer of smaller parts, anything 1x1 or 1x2. You can fit the most amount of parts possible. Like, this is a lot of parts. Like, I was lucky to have sand green on there, and sand green is actually an expensive color. And also go for tiles if you can, if they have tiles. Because tiles right now is really expensive on Bricklink, if you didn't know that. And also printed pieces, if they have those, because printed pieces are really expensive as well. They had some flame pieces, which was nice. And I'll also be posting a video of what they had to update the current wall at Tyson's Corner if that's your Lego store. So they also have some trans clear pieces. And trans clear, if you don't know, means transparent. So this, if I say trans clear, that means transparent clear. These transparent pieces are really expensive. So another way you can put parts, get the most amount of parts, is like, if let's say they have doors or windows, you can actually put parts on the inside of them. So like, you can build like a little block of like the, they have like the, I believe it's 5x6x5. I believe that is what it is, but I'll get the part right now and show you. I'll show you what I mean. So like, let's say we have a big plate underneath. I don't have that with me right now. I actually have an unofficial Lego piece. I'll just use that as an example because that's the only thing I have on me right now. Basically what I did in the store, they had these tiles, the exact same shape as this actually. That's this plate I'm using. And I basically took these big window pieces, because these sometimes can go for $1 each. And they were going for $1 each on Bricklink when I was looking at these parts, these trans clear pieces. So what you can do is you can actually take a whole handful of them, and you can put them in between these and build a whole tower and fill it all the way to the top, and you can get more parts. That's another thing you can do. And the same thing with windows and all that. And that's so you can maximize the amount of pieces, because you really want to be getting the most out of your money here. And trying to find, like, anything that's, like, really big, I think it's better off getting it on Bricklink. Because that'll be better off for you, because you'll be able to get more of it in a bigger quantity. And you'll also, and you won't have to worry about, like, let's say, like, there's a really big slide piece you really want, but it's worth, like, only, like, 10 cents, and you're paying, like, $16 for a cup. Let's just use it, $16, and then you fill it up, and you're really only getting, like, $5 worth of Lego. That's not really a good price. Like, why would you want to do that? So fill it up with parts you can actually get most of your money with. And I do recommend that you, so yeah, basically when you're there, I'll try looking at listings on Bricklink and try to see what the parts are worth brand new. You can really target what you want to go for. And I would try putting, as I showed earlier, building a little tiny box with your bricks if they don't have, because if you build a 4x4 box with, like, 1x2s, you can actually fit that box inside of this little, like, hole. I hope I'm getting this in frame. So, like, I'm building my box here. Oops, drop the piece. It's like these transparent pieces, they go for a lot, so I try to get a bunch of those while I was there. It's very fragile, but I have this box, and as you can see, it fits perfectly inside this little stud on the top of the lid. And yeah, and you can actually fit 4 more 1x2s in that hole in the middle, which is really nice. And you can get, like, let's see, how many more pieces would that be? 15, 16 more pieces than you would be able to fit if you did not do that. So I think taking extra time to pack your thing carefully is definitely worth it if you want to get the most of your money. So as you saw, we start with a stacked cup. Now I'm going to try to fit all of this into the same cup it came out of without doing that. It will fully snap in. Well, it won't snap in, but it will touch. But this is where most people stop. And look how much more Lego you can fit in that small cup. And also, I'm not sure which section of the video this one will go in, but like, look at that. That is so much Lego. You can fit in. But, like, so you may be asking, which one's better, small cup or large cup? I'd say whichever is in your budget, because you can still fit a lot of pieces if you do it correctly, but I'll go large cup because I think you can fit a bigger quantity and get most of your money if you go for a large cup. Talk about the big cup. So the big cup, you can definitely fit more. So let's open it. I don't know why I'm using the knife. I don't need to use the knife, but I just wanted to open it with a knife. You can see we already have a bunch of pieces spilling out. So we have a bunch of these. I was actually really lucky that they had lightsaber pieces, because I want to start building a lot of Star Wars mocks. Because I'm a Star Wars fan and Harry Potter fan, so. Again, I built the block. Could have fit more if I had time, but I was a bit rushing. So let's dump all these out and see how many parts. Oh wow. even though I got a lot bigger parts, I think I definitely packed it better than last time I packed a large cup. So I definitely was able to fit a lot more parts than I did last time, even though I picked a lot more smaller parts. So if you look at it, so I'll put a side-by-side comparison of parts that I was able to fit from the small cup to the large cup, just to show you the difference. And I'll be on the screen now. So as you can see from that photo, from the video, I was able to fit actually quite a bit of parts in a large cup. And just think of how many more parts I would fit if I did all smart parts like I did in small parts, like I did in the small Pick-a-Brick cup. So again, same strategy, stick to expensive stuff because that's hard to get. So that's your guide to the Pick-a-Brick wall. Pretty much just the basics, and if you want me to make a full video on stacking, I will. Just comment down below if you want to see that. And again, comment any questions you guys have on Pick-a-Brick, I'll gladly answer them. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to like and subscribe. I gotta get this all sorted now. So see you in the next video. Probably that'll be Japan, so yeah, see you soon.